Okie dokie. I think we're live. Let me check. There might be a bit of an echo because I'm still new to this old Twitch thing. I think we're good. Think we're good. Not 100% sure. Yeah, well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's see. That should have tweeted out, actually. Let me double check and make sure. Check the Twitters. Home. 50 seconds ago, the call was put out. So, I guess that's it. I guess that'd be how it roll, huh? I guess first of all, before we get into it, boy, it's sure quiet without anything going on, huh? I don't really need to do this, actually. I can just expand dong here. Gonna do a few thank yous to people who followed who I can only assume after they saw the VOD on YouTube. Let's see. So we had Gamer Grill 69420. Hey, also you're in the chat. Thank you for following the last week. We have Greenshi 345. Boy, that's a word. Knacklier Taco 7117. Hello. Artemis, the Arrow Goddess, hello. Took me a second to read your name, I apologize. We have Lexi2113, Jesus Vivo, Sleepy Flowers, Mankofa, Artemis, the Arrow Goddess, thank you for following yesterday, and Savvy Rap, which followed only a couple hours ago, which makes me a very happy boy. So anyway, welcome back to my reread of Homestuck. This is it. This is it. But we're back. Okay. Last time we got through we're on page 334 right now. So we did 333 pages, finished Act 1. Good stuff. So now we're gonna get into it. And I guess just go from here. I'm still getting over being sick, so if I cough a little bit or if I have to mute myself to blow my nose, I apologize. Anywho, John, what are you doing? Stop doing nothing. Meanwhile, in the present, in a place where the present may be a concept of dubious merit, John is spacing out, but a vague and forceful thought jolts him to attention. Or maybe it is that thumping sound coming from the other side of the door. What is that? I don't know. A thick, unpleasant fluid pools from underneath the door. That is disgusting, and I forgot about that. Troubling. Investigate this. There is a trail of this fluid in the hall leading to your room. Dave, play some hauntingly sick beats. Don't get a scene yet with Dave? You've had enough of the computer for a while. You feel like you've been messing around on it all week. It's time to get your jam on. You pull up to your trusty Akai MPC 1000 sampler and prepare to get sick nasty. Here we go. Hopefully the sound works. Flash-enabled device. Show me anyway. Yes, allow flash, you prick. Dave's fat beat machine. Oh, it's horrible. All right, I'm oh. Alright, I'm done playing around with this. I'm not good at it. Take a sip of the apple juice, despite what John said. Those beets are so fresh they belong in the produce aisle, is what you're talking about. Soccer moms be thumping that shit for ripeness like melons, know what I'm saying? After beets that fresh, it would be a crime not to reward yourself with a celebratory swig. 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2, percentage 10 equals 7. Oh, I love his face. You can't do it. John's got you all twisted up inside now. All you can think about is Mendel's gross monster piss. Damn you, Egbert! You recapture log the juice. Allocate sword to Strife Specibus. Your Strife Specibus is already allocated with the blade kind Abstratus. There is no need to allocate it. You can wield your sweet ninja sword as a weapon once it is in your Strife deck, but you will have to capture log it first before moving it there. Capture log sword. The ninja sword, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 equals 17, percentage 10 equals 7, occupies the same card as the juice, 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 7, percentage 10 equals 7, expelling the juice from your Siladex. It splashes all over your turntables and your copies of the beta. Get a towel or something. You head out to get a towel from the bathroom across the hall. You glance at one of the many radical puppets in your bro's collection and nod in approval. Is there anything not awesome about your bro? No, you think not. Although this is extremely unsettling. Not even a little unsettling, just extremely unsettling. You enter the bathroom. There's a damp towel on the floor you can probably use for this crisis. You stop to pay a little respect to one of your bro's boys up there. Hey, little man, how's it hanging? It's so scary. Capture log, damp towel. You take the damp towel, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 15, percentage 10 equals 5, expelling the box, 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 5, percentage 10 equals 5. Search the bathroom for something slightly less damp. Now you decide to wring this towel out in the toilet to make it less damp. It is now just a towel. 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 8, percentage 10 equals 8. Take the towel. You take the towel and grab the box again while you're at it. Clean up the juice. Sweet. You clean 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 8 up the juice with a towel and hang the damp beta envelopes on your line to dry off. This fucking picture gets me every time. In the breeze of the fan, the betas jostle near the open window. This arrangement is a little disconcerting. If they fell out, it sure would be a stupid way to lose them. Turn off the fan. The crisis is easily averted. You can't imagine it will ever resurface later in any way, shape, or form. That beta is as good as yours, forever. You should probably go pester Egbert again. You wonder if he found the beta yet. You also might chat about your respective Silidices and fetch modi, if the topic happens to come up. You wonder if he is anywhere near as smooth as a Siladex as you are. Probably not. It's probably not even humanly possible. Suddenly, a rambunctious crow flies in the open window and snatches the beta, possibly to make a nest with, or maybe just for the sake of being a brainless, feathery asshole. You yell at the bird. Stop. Fuck me. You accidentally launch your ninja sword. Everything goes flying out the window, dead bird and all. No one can ever know about this. This is one of my favorite panels of all time. I fucking love this. Look out window. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you can kiss all that stuff goodbye. You feel sorry for the bird, but at least you never plan on using that beta, ever. Anyway, now that that bit of ugliness is behind you, you guess you can look forward to several more hours of messing around in your room. Whoa, wait, what? Back to Rose. You prepare to descend the stairs to your living room. You are standing eye to eye with a familiar foe, a 20-foot-tall granite statue of the mighty wizard, Zazarpan the Learned. Your mother had him installed through a hole in the roof with a heavy-duty crane. Just look at that mystical gaze. To peer into those aloof, glassy eyes is to arrest the curiosity of any mortal. To behold the wisdom concealed in the furrows of that venerable face is to know the ceaseless joy of bewilderment itself. Any man so fortunate as to catch askance his merry twinkle or twitch of whisker shall surely have all his dreams fulfilled. It's very poetic. You find this grisly abomination utterly detestable. Look at her face. Rose, psychoanalyze mother's love of wizards. There is nothing to psychoanalyze. Your mother clearly has no real affinity for these damnable things. She only collects them to spite you. If anything, she finds them even more repellent than you do. She's just a committed woman. Go downstairs to the kitchen back door. You descend to the living room area of your home's expansive open layout. There is the sound of rushing water beneath the floor. It tends to strike guests as a strange presence in a living space, but it's become hardly audible to you through familiarity. There's the front door, but hopefully there's no need to make the long trek around the house in the rain. You might as well see if you can slip through the kitchen and out the back unnoticed. View Mother's solid copper vacuum statue. Hello, unhappy person pop. That's a very good cadence to that name. Okay, but it's bronze, not copper. But it wasn't always. A while ago, you gave this as an ironic gift to your mom for Mother's Day. You even customized it with a drink holder to support one of her ubiquitous alcoholic beverages. She liked the gift so much, she had it bronzed and put on this pedestal. She even left it unplugged so it can still be turned... left it plugged in so it can still be turned on now and then, but never to do any cleaning. It never leaves this display. Sometimes at night, when you're in your room, you hear it wailing from downstairs. She must know you can hear it. She's completely deranged. Grab the Eldritch Princess. That'd be horrifying to just hear from your bedroom, like, just hear this wailing... vacuum get turned on. That'd be absolutely horrifying. It's too big to capture log. Not that you would want to move it anyway. The pretty princess doll has been sitting there for months, ever since your mother got this abomination for your birthday as a totally passive-aggressive gesture. You decided to make it much less abominable by knitting Her Majesty a new head and new arms. Now it brings a mischievous smile to your face whenever you walk by. Your mother hasn't removed the doll yet, and probably never will. She would never be the one to blink first. Acquire umbrella for protection from elements. U greater than L, U less than V. You're going to have a hell of a time accessing that card when you need it. You guess you'll just cross that bridge later. Peek inside kitchen. Yeah, it's real sad. Like, they all have, like, except for, like, John, whose dad is, like, truly just trying his best. To be fair, Mom's kind of doing her best, too. But it's just, like, it's a weird, like, I don't know. It's a weird way to think about it, I guess. The liquor bottles are out in full force. Mom is surely nearby. Investigate richly colored object in middle of screen. I guess she is an alcoholic. Not the best parents in the world. That would be your refrigerator, whose surfaces have customarily served as the battlefield for a chilly siege of passive-aggressive one-upsmanship. This was a drawing you did of your cat Jasper's when you were younger, along with a poem about him. Your mother bought this ostentatious $15,000 frame for it and had it welded to the door. $15,000? Jeezy Pete's. Using the colorful magnet letters, you recently left a succinct message, which may or may not have been directed toward anyone in particular. But you couldn't find the letter W, so you just stuck two V's together. Shrew. I think I missed that the first time I read this. Your mother then purchased a fresh pack of W's and left them there for your convenience. Appreciative of the thoughtful gesture, you left her a sincere thank you note, which you legally notarized and then marked with a drop of blood. But part of it was touching the floor, so your mother was kind enough to lift the lower portion of the document with a velvet pillow. Attach a W to face as a fake mustache. The eyebrows. This is incredibly silly, and you're not sure how it fits into your campaign against your mother or getting your computer back online to escape your doom. But it's hard to resist getting a little silly sometimes, especially when you're absolutely positive no one is watching. Capture log W. W greater than L, W greater than V. But that unsightly void in the W pack won't do, nor will the gash in the plastic. You deposit 12 cents in its place, which is your approximation of the letter's value. You also make a vow to return later and neatly sew the plastic shut. Think of ways to one-up Mother. You now wonder how to address the pillow situation. It seems the woman has you at a clear disadvantage. Perhaps slipping a fresh doily under the pillow will do the trick? Or maybe spilling a bit of Worcester's... I can never read this word. Worcestershire sauce, I'm committing to it, on it, and then having it dry cleaned and returned along with a laboriously ingratiating apology note? No, there's no time for anything like that. Or maybe, just thinking out loud here, you could use the entire pack of W's as M's. Oh yes, that would burn. But you've already done something with that W pack, and there's no need to go back and gild that lily. This is a delicate business, and that pillow is screaming for rebuttal. Capture log velvet pillow. You decide to take the velvet pillow and lovingly embroider a poem in praise of motherhood on it. Perhaps, or hopefully you can pull this off before she notices it's gone. VE greater than L, VE less than VI, VE greater than U. But it causes your tree to be pretty badly unbalanced. It surely will auto-balance itself in a moment. I don't understand how this Sylladex works at all. And just like that, the umbrella becomes accessible in the root card. That's one of the things you love about the tree modus, the happy surprises. Head out the back door. Okay, enough's enough. Time to go! It's so frightening how it just appears. Excuse me. You don't know how she does that. You're never safe in this house. And of all things to be doing during a power outage, she's up to her ironic housewife routine again. That mop bucket doesn't even have any water in it. What an absolute madwoman. Hop over counter, landing in a roll. We getting the first youth roll? This bird's gotta fly. I don't remember. Yep, that's the first youth roll. There it is. Lousy goddamn stupid wizards. Meanwhile, in the past again, you're almost done patching up the hole in your window with the gaffer tape. But it's sort of hard to get any work done when people keep pestering you all day. You guess you better get that. Dave, answer chum. Garden Gnostic began pestering Turntech Godhead at 1836. What is that, 636?
Hi, Dave.
Hey, sup?
Not much. Up with you, bro?
Good one. It's alright being chill, I guess. You know how it goes.
Great. Feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy?
Oh, man, you know it.
So cool.
You know shit is ice cold up in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you. Alright, bye. Tulip's going downstairs, apparently.
So, have you talked to John today?
Yeah, we were just talking a while ago about how he sucks at his Sylladex. Can you believe he uses stack? That kid is ridiculous.
LOL. Well, that doesn't sound like much fun.
What was it use again? Wait, never mind. I forgot. Whenever we talk about your goofy moduses, I get a migraine. What do you want with John?
I want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday package.
Oh yeah, I was being sort of cagey and told him to check the mail because I was wondering if mine came yet.
I think it did.
Yeah?
And I think mine came too.
So, I guess you want to know if he likes it or something?
No, he will not open it. He'll lose it.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, I guess?
No, that's good, actually. Because you'll find it again later when he really needs it. Which, of course, is why I sent it in the first place.
See, like, I never get how you know these things.
I don't know. I just know that I know.
Alright.
Anyway, I have to go. I have feedback, which is always a bit of an undertaking.
Man, if I were you, I would just take that fucking devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off.
I don't think I could if I tried.
Yeah. Say hi to your granddad for me too, okay?
Yes, I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense.
Well, yeah, isn't it always with family? But he sounds like a total badass.
Yeah, it totally is. Anyway, gotta go.
See ya. Get phone. Oh, thank you. Unhappy person. I'm always afraid, like, when John and Jade talk, they're, like, very similar. So it's like, boy, it gets real messy once they start talking to each other. It will be handy to have your phone, 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 8 percentage 10 equals 8, on standby so you won't always have to go back to your computer whenever someone pesters you. This way you can text message 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 18 percentage 10 equals 8, people no matter where you are or what outrageously cool thing you're up to. So cool. Damn it, this cough is going to be the death of me. John, pursue adversary into that room. And even meaner while, in the present, sort of, once again, the slippery antagonist eludes you. You only find more of these unpleasant, oily smears. Someone is pestering you. Both your PDA and computer register the message. This chum will know what to do. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm out of my room now looking for my bro's game.
Oh, good. Anyway, there's no sign of Rose yet. I hope she's okay.
Well, if she comes back, I'll be ready. You better know what you're talking about, because this could get ugly. Brought my phone, and I also took my awesome katana with me in case things get too hot to handle. And they always do.
You mean the cheap piece of shit you have on your wall?
F you. It's sharp and it's awesome and it's a sword. End of story.
Okay, I don't really care. I'm in my room again. I really think there's someone else in this house. Like, monsters or something.
Howie?
I wish.
Dude, monsters aren't real. That's stupid kid stuff for stupid babies.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
What are you, an idiot? Of course there are monsters in your house. You're in some weird evil monster dimension. Come on. Skepticism is the crutch of cinematic troglodytes. Like, hey, Mom and Dad, there's a dinosaur or a ghost or whatever in my room. Yeah, right, Junior, go back to bed. Fuck you, Mom and Dad. How many times are we gonna watch this trope unfold? It wasn't goddamn funny the first time I saw it. Just once I'd like to see the dad crap his pants when a kid says there's a vampire in his costume. Oh shit, everyone in the minivan! Be fucking dad of the year right there.
Okay, stop. What do I do?
What do you have, a hammer? Man, so lame. Okay, whatever. You should look into weaponizing your Sylladex. My bro is always getting on my case about it, but man, it's not as easy as it sounds. But if you're fighting monsters left and right, you don't have much choice.
Okay, I guess I can read up on the data structure some more. How's it going there?
I'm out in the living room. He's usually here, but I don't see him. Might be playing his mind games. He's always pulling this ninja shit. All I see is little Cal over there, so I guess he can't be far.
Oh god, so lame.
What?
See, I just don't know why you think it's cool, his ventriloquist rapping thing.
Oh, Lil Cal? No, man, Lil Cal is the shit.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying that being a white guy who is a rapper with a ventriloquist doll is not cool by any stretch of the imagination, or by any definition of the word cool, ironic, or otherwise. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, bullshit. Cal is dope. Puppets are awesome. Johnny Weber blows. The end. Yeah, more like the opposite of all those things is the thing that is true. I'm gonna read. Good luck with your bro. Read your book. Stay wary of these foes. Get a sip of water here. Psst. Monsters. Only stupid babies who poop in their diapers believe in that stuff. Rose, youth roll right out the front door. Yes. It's a grieve. Boy, that's real loud, isn't it? Turn this down a bit more. It's only like some of the music is obscenely loud. Aggress. Passive? Anti-suicide threat? Abjure. Ironic indulgence. Oh yeah. Beautiful pony. I fucking love it. Ironic negligence. Auto Perrier. I missed that joke the last time. Auto Perrier. Wow. What a dumb joke, and I love it. Anyway. Oh, man. I forgot how much I missed Homestuck. It looks like Mom has satisfied her strife quota for the day. She simply returns to her housework. No point in going out the front door anymore. Might as well head out the back like you originally planned. First, be the pony. Second, trample Mom. You can't be the stupid pony, and frankly, you can't imagine why anyone would want to. But you give the pony a begrudging pat on the snout anyway. Her name is Maple Hoof. I love Maple Hoof. John, turn around. Okay, here we go. Data structures for assholes. Chapter 7. God damn it, why do I even bother? The good news. Finally, your revolting incompetence can be put to use, instead of accidentally firing a Silodex full of steak knives into a priceless oil painting of your beloved great aunt. You can turn that fumbling fury toward one of your foes, such as the ability to grasp painfully simple concepts. The bad news. I'm tired of explaining myself hoarse to you gibbering fuckwads. In this chapter, I'll be phoning it in with the liberal use of diagrams and shitty clip art. What are you going to do about it? You're going to wriggle in your own viscous secretions like the worm you are? That's what. Here, learn something for a change. Asshole notes. Looks suspiciously like, I don't remember that John from the Garfield comics. Purse your lips together to form a stiff pucker. Apply them firmly to my rear end. I now pronounce you man and wife. Now get in the kitchen and make my ass some dinner, bitch. Aggressive. You're trying to read, okay? This book is already unpleasant enough as it is without weird voices in your head nagging you to do things. Besides, I thought we already agreed there's no such thing as monsters. The exclamation points. Fine, you'll interrupt your reading and turn around, but you don't see what could possibly be so— Oh my god, it's a monster. I love it. That's a fair point, Artemis. Beat the shit. Put the bunny back in the box. Oh, the music is so good. Rose, exit. You leave through the back door. Nearby is the transformer, which distributes electricity from the underground generator powered by the river flowing beneath your house. The transformer was struck by lightning, though, and no longer works. You wonder if your mother has any plans to have it fixed. You guess she'd rather just play her mind games in a dark house like a weirdo. You can see the mausoleum and the portable generator across your backyard. You're almost there. Use umbrella. Oh boy, it's gonna cause all the leaves to fall. The jury mode sucks. I don't understand why she insists on using it. This thing's awful. You regather your items and begin the soggy trek mausoleumward. Get up, John. This is no time for slumber. Arrow keys. WASD to walk. Spacebar to attack. Gancrow. Just beat the shit out of him. It's like a pinata. Ah! It just gets me just fucking wailing on him with a fucking stick. Rose, forget the W and make haste to the mausoleum. If that's too loud, let me know, because I feel like it's really fucking loud still. Retrieving the W never even crossed your mind. It's just a stupid magnet. John, salvage your weapon and fight on. Strife again. That's right. Just keep picking these up. I remember this. You keep going until you eventually get back to the fucking the hammer, and then it sweet catch. Oh, I forgot about the sweet catch. Oh boy, the music just keeps repeating. It's awful. Victory. You said, put the bunny back in the box. Now, why couldn't he put the bunny back in the box? Now exult. Victory, spoils are yours. Juva squirt, plucky tot. Look at that. I love this little animation, the dancing animation. Oh, man. The amazing victory allows you to scale the first 2 achievement rungs on your Esche ladder. You are now a plucky tot with a new feather in your cap to show for it. The Esche ladder rewards your bold ascent with 125 boon dollars. You waste little time in storing them in your ceramic pork hollow. Additionally, climbing the rungs has boosted your gel viscosity and cash limit. Things that don't exist. By expanding your cash limit, you've made room for all that nice grist you just collected. You now have 32 fragments of build grist and 10 fragments of shale. What about that card? It seems the shale imp has allocated the bunny to its strife specimen. Sort of a stupid thing to use for a weapon, but you might as well grab it and stick the bunny in your strife deck while you're at it. It will at the very least be safer there. Okay. You group the 2 specify in your strife portfolio. No self-respecting strifer would be caught dead without one. Gather the scattered bits of your large hammer. Oddly enough, it seems breaking the sledgehammer altered the abstratus from hammer kind to handle kind, even going as far as expelling the head of your smaller hammer from your deck to forced compliance. You didn't even notice in the heat of the battle. You grab the sledgehammer handle, expelling the useless Harlequin figurine. Now repair the hammer. You merge the sledgehammer head with its handle and return it to your strife deck, repairing the hammer kind abstratus in the process. The smaller hammer handle is ejected from the deck, since, of course, handles of any sort no longer belong in there, obviously. Fine, now what? Daver's pestering you, but you don't have time to deal with his nonsense right now. Something is amiss in your room. You can't quite put your finger on it. Rose, hurry and activate the generator. You fire up the generator and drag a cord into the mausoleum. It, of course, would be foolish to run the generator inside a confined space. Generator safety is everyone's business. That's actually a very good point. Defile tomb. Sorry, Jaspers. Yeah, have to make space for the laptop. Besides, your final resting place is already a mockery. You should have decomposed years ago under a bed of petunias like a normal cat, not given to a taxidermist and fitted with a tiny, custom-tailored suit and then stuffed in a coffin built for infants. Plug in your laptop. Here we go. You plug in your laptop and connect to the internet signal again. Everything predictably falls out of your Silodex, but you're not about to get bent out of shape about it. You have bigger fish to fry. Looks like Dave noticed you're back online. He pesters you like clockwork. Okay, I got that now. And there's John. What on earth is he up to now? The door, John. Look at the door. You're right. Didn't Rose yank off the door off its hinges and prop it on your bed? Someone or something has put it back and left it slightly ajar. Incredibly alarming. Investigate. What? This is so outrageous. It's Nana Sprite. Look at her. Aww. Rose, pester John. Boy, howdy, here we go. Oh, there you are. John said your house is burning down. Are you on fire yet, or what? No, for now I have retired to the safety of a smaller building, which is much closer to the forest fire threatening my residence.
Oh, well, that's a relief. John told me to get the game to help you out of there, so I'm working on that now.
Working on it?
Yeah, my bro's copy. Long story. Hey, don't tell John this, but I think he might have been right about the puppets. They're sort of starting to freak me out a little.
You're referring to your brother's collection?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool and all. The semi-ironic puppet thing or whatever. Or semi-ironic. Man, I don't even know. I'm just starting to think some of this shit is going a little far and it's kind of fucked up.
I've seen his websites. I like them.
Yeah, well, you would. Oh man, I wish Lil Cal wouldn't look at me like that. With those dead eyes, Jesus. Sometimes I dream that he's real and he's talking to me and I wake up in a cold sweat, basically flip the fuck out.
Interesting.
Oh god, why did I tell you my dream? You're gonna have a field day with that. I am currently scrawling notes furiously into one of my, the many psychoanalysis journals I maintain for you. Published papers forthcoming. Because you know, it's not like either of us have anything better to do at the moment than to evaluate each other's radically debilitating pathologies. Yeah, I'm gonna get moving. Oh, have you heard from John? He's not answering me.
He won't answer me either. But I am watching him. I suspect he is preoccupied with the fact that he just had a bucket of water dumped on his head by the ghost of his dead grandmother, who also happens to be dressed like a clown.
Alright, I'm out later. Interrogate this madwoman! Oh boy, any good voice for Nana, Sprite?
Nana? Yes, dear. Wow, you scared the living daylights out of me. Well, I guess it was a really great prank. Good one, Nana. Anyway, are you really my dead Nana? Of course, John. I have come back to help you on your journey through the medium and beyond. I am delighted to see what a fine young man you have turned out to be, just like your father. Okay, I guess I will take your word for it. I don't remember you at all. My dad said I was really young when you died. Hey, speaking of which, do you know where he is? I looked everywhere for him.
Busy beating the shit out of some imps.
Your father was kidnapped. Oh no! When you crossed over to the medium, he was apprehended by the very forces of darkness which your presence here has awakened. What? Okay, so what is the medium you're talking about? It is where we are now, a realm that is, a ring of pure void, dividing light and darkness. It turns in the thick of the incyposphere, a place untouched by the flow of time in your universe. You mean because we are inside a computer or in the game software or something? A computer? Why, what is that, dear? Some newfangled contraption like the horseless auto boxcar? Well, it's like this machine that, Of course I know what a computer is, John. I was just pulling your leg. Oh, okay. No, John, you are not inside a computer or software or anything like that. Try not to be so linear, dear. The software that brought you here was merely a mechanism that served as a gateway. Its routines in a way serve to invoke this realm's instance, yet it stands independently of any physical machine and somewhat paradoxically always has. I'm not sure I get it, but alright. So what do I actually need to be doing here? I think it would be best if we started with the big picture.
Go on. I remember these things being so cool back in the day. They're still cool now, but like now it's like looking back on it, it's like, oh man, this was awesome when I first started reading this.
Above the medium, beyond the seven gates, residing at the core of the incyposphere, is a place known as Skya. Legend holds that Skya exists as a dormant crucible of unlimited creative potential. What does this mean, you ask? I'm afraid my lips are sealed about that, dear. But needless to say, where a realm of such profound importance is concerned, forces of light will forever be charged with its defense, while forces of darkness will just as persistently covet its destruction. And as it so happens, at the center of this realm, whose fate is in question, these very forces duel on a stage, stuck in eternal stalemate. Yes, they have dueled in this manner forever. That is, until you showed up.
Me?
Me? Yes, you, John. Before your mishap with my ashes, you may recall the sprite's previous incarnation, which resulted from its kernel's hatching.
I don't want to scroll too far and miss out on the animation.
You see, this hatching occurs automatically in response to your arrival. The result is a pair of kernels, one dark, one light, each carrying the information they were prototyped with before the hatch. One goes down to a kingdom drenched in darkness, the other up to a kingdom basking in light. Each comes to rest in an orb atop a spire, of which there are 3 others in kind. The 4 spires are situated above a throne, and these 2 thrones preside over the 2 respective sovereign powers. And once the kernels are situated, that is when the game is afoot. The true war begins, light versus dark, good versus evil. This is a war that the forces of light are always destined to lose, without exception.
A quest of futility, then.
Wow, really? Then what's the point? That remains for you to find out, dear. For you see, the journey you're about to take is the ultimate riddle. Whoa! For now, your objective is to proceed towards Skya and pass through the first gate situated directly above your house, not even terribly far. The gate will become progressively more difficult to reach, so you had better be prepared to sharpen your adventuring skills. How am I supposed to get up there? You build!
The exclamation point. I love this dance.
Okay, I think I get it now. So I guess the battle against good and evil is sort of irrelevant? Well, I don't know. That all sounds kind of weird, but in any case, we build the house to get to these gates, and then I can save my dad. Yes, John! And then after that, we solve this ultimate riddle thing and save Earth from destruction. Oh, no, I'm afraid not. Your planet is done for, dear. There's nothing you can do about that. Oh. Your purpose is so much more important than saving that silly old planet, though. And that is...
Yes, I will have to agree with the float hag about that. Yeah, baby John.
John, you are such a good boy. I know you will succeed. Thanks, Nana. You are a good boy, and good boys deserve treats. Hooray! I'm going to bake you some cookies.
The hag mentioned cookies. Pursue her. Oh, god damn it. This is what you need. More baked goods. John, you do not say no to cookies. I command you get them. You totally abjure the hell out of that idea. You're so busy abjuring, you don't even notice Rose has been trying to pester you this whole time. Rose, hit John in the head with box to get his attention. You give John a swift drubbing in the noggin, but he is undeterred. That is some fit he is throwing. Perhaps you will take the spare moment to contemplate the Nana Sprite's strange tale. It may also behoove you to record your thoughts on these developments in your GameFAQs walkthrough/journal. It can be hard finding time to update it. In fact, you're not even sure where you found the time to write what's already there. Oh, is that so, Jaspers? And just what do you think you're looking at with that smug grin? The last thing you need is sass from a dead cat. It's pretty much all his fault you're in this mess in the first place, so we can just button it. John, cookies, now. You refuse outright. The impudence is insufferable. Go get the cookies. Well, when you put it so politely, how can John decline? John, you are stupid. You really need to work on your manners. Stupid, stupid, dumb. That's not a command. It's nothing. It's stupid. You're stupid. That fucking finger. I love it. For the last time, I command you to get the cookies, boy. It's just not gonna happen, buddy. Years in the future. But really not enough to write home about. An agitated finger slips mid-keystroke. Human etiquette. I love the mayor. I love him so much. Here we go. The long and short. The medium, too. I may have been a bit hasty in advising you not to bother with the prototyping process. If I spared any detail, it was only to optimize your chances of survival. And if you find yourself begrudging the absence of certain instructions, which, if followed, would have resulted in your demise, then I guess that makes 2 of us. Otherwise, you're welcome. But the fact appears to be that prototyping the kernel sprite before making your getaway may offer the only opportunity to exercise control over your new environment, a place known as the medium. Also, if prototyped with 1 or 2 sufficiently, albeit loosely, humanoid and or sentient elements, living or otherwise, it offers a chance to have all this explained to you by an apparitional guide through whatever sort of cryptic, sketchy doublespeak your choice of prototyping elements engenders. In lieu of this, you may be forced to settle for my clear, thorough explanations and assiduous dissection of raw data. Again, don't mention it. If you have made it to the medium with an unmolested vanilla sprite, well, I've already covered the bad news about this missed opportunity, and we'll go into this further soon. Though to what extent this actually is bad news, I'm not sure. I know only the result of my co-player's current configuration, wherein the sprite was prototyped once before the departure, and once after. Which brings us to the good news, which is that you can still prototype after your departure, and salvage this massively rewarding experience of haggling with an exposition-slinging phantom guide, so long as you avoid prototyping with terribly inert items, such as a brass door knocker and your father's pornography collection. Actually, that might be interesting. If you are struck by the spirit of such experimentation, please don't hesitate to contact me about it. So yes, you can enhance your sprite in this way, but doing so after your departure will no longer induce this effect on the medium I alluded to. That can only be accomplished while there are more pre-departure prototypings. In fact, we can extrapolate there are only so many ways to prototype a sprite. Tiers of prototyping in relation to departure. Both before, one after, both after, only one, either before or after, none. Those occurring before will affect the medium through the kernel's hatching process, and your guide, i.e. the sprite. Those occurring after will only affect the sprite. The effects this process has on the medium, or more globally the incyposphere, are still vague to me. They have to do with flavoring the forces you will struggle against, and generally, all forces at odds with each other in this realm. It has given me some insight into the nature of the game, which, again, I derive through extrapolation. We appear to be engaging an instance of a dimension with a highly flexible set parameters, and a series of objectives surrounding equally flexible mythological framework. This framework seems to begin as a sort of blank template and evolves with the player's actions, and likely further involves the addition of more host-client connections, and thus more prototype kernels. I regret to say I can't be much more specific than that, without loosely extrapolating further. There are plenty of questions that have occurred to me, however, questions concerning the kernel sprite, which I've raised implicitly already, such as what is the effect of an unprototyped kernel on the medium, or a doubly prototyped kernel for that matter, and even more salient are questions about this dimension itself. Do all players worldwide make it to this dimension if they successfully complete their departure, or is a unique blank instance of the dimension created for each new player? I have no evidence, but instinct tells me that it is closer to the latter situation. There is no indication of any other players present in this realm. Alterations in the realm seem singularly centered on the actions of my co-player and myself. If I had to stake anything on it, I would guess every separate client-server pair activates its own fresh copy of an incyposphere. Or a unique session, if you will. But the quantity of players is a further complication which invites more questions. It seems the game was designed to suit two players most naturally, the server and the client. But through a mishap, my co-player and I slipped out of the obvious tandem arrangement, and the only logical course of action to continue playing is to string a daisy chain of server-client connections together until presumably the chain is complete. Theoretically, we could complete this chain with only one other player, functioning as a server to my client and the client to my current co-player's server, assuming he can recover it. The strange thing is, though, in our instance of this dimension, there are 4 receptacles for divided kernels, not 3. Does this mean we are destined to have a 4-player chain? How could the game know such a thing? Perhaps it does, and this proves to be the case. I trust I will be sufficiently numb to the realization. I can consider nothing about this game surprising at this point, and in fact, from the first moments of play, it managed to deviate so far from my expectations that I completely forgot what my original purpose with it was. I had chances to test some information I obtained through on good authority during the prototyping phases, but it completely slipped my mind. Instead, the game's catacombs securing the dark, twisting paths to necromancy were blundered into rather on accident. Perhaps you don't need to know any of this. Rethink organization, lead may be waist deep logoriac sludge. Trim down, blech. She's not finished with this yet. Jeez, cut her some slack. Maybe you could go bug someone somewhere else for a while, or at the very least, someone else. Months in the past, but not many. Hang on, I gotta look at a couple of messages real quick. Oh, it's just my brother asking if I want to play anything. Maybe later. I'm streaming. What did I just do? What the fuck did I just do? Well, I guess this is my new life. Streaming Homestuck. Boy, that was fucking weird. There we go. Sorry about that. Flthulu. Oh boy. Back to Jade.
Hi, happy birthday, Rose.
Hello, and thanks.
Did you get John's present yet?
I just opened it this very moment. What a stunning coincidence you would ask me about it now. I am stunned.
Yeah, I know. What will you make with it?
And who said it was something from which something else could be made?
Well, John did tell me what it was, duh.
I suppose I'll take a stab at learning the craft. It's the least I can do in response to the subtle dig concealed in his gesture. He often tells me I need a new hobby when I make perfectly reasonable analytical remarks.
Oh, but Rose, I don't think you meant anything like that by it. You see, not everybody always means the opposite of what they say the way you and Dave always do.
Maybe. His birthday's in a few months, isn't it?
Yep, I finally finished a present for him. I've been working on it for years.
Years? It's so hard to tell when you're joking, or even if you're capable of it.
I just mailed it, too, so it is sure to get there in time. Mail takes a while to get anywhere from here.
I'll probably craft something with strong sentimental value. That should burn him.
I don't think you really mean that.
I guess not. So shall I expect a green package dropped to my house via airmail from whatever screwball cranny of the globe you're tucked into?
No. Sorry, but you were sort of hard to shop for. Besides, I have something for you today that I think you will like better than something in a box.
Oh?
It's a tip.
This is already intriguing enough to compensate for the grave scarcity of lavish gifts parachuting from the sky. Please go on.
Did you have a pet a long time ago that died?
Yes.
Okay, well, how did you feel about your cat? Did you love him a lot?
Okay, well, I didn't mention it was a cat or that it was a male. Let's pretend I'm surprised and you're embarrassed and move on. To answer your question, I would describe my feelings toward the animal as lukewarm.
Okay. That's fine. It doesn't really matter, I think. Just, what if someone told you could play a game that would bring him back to life?
If someone told me that, I would regard their remark with a great deal of skepticism. If that someone was you, on the other hand, then I would have to ask preemptively, is that someone you?
Yes, that someone is me. I just thought you might find it interesting.
So what is this game?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying is all. I think you'll hear about it later, and maybe you can talk to John and Dave about it. They are way more into all that stuff than I am.
I'll see what the word on the street is about in due time. For now, I should probably order a copy of Knitting for Assholes. It would be a shame if I ran late with John's present. Dave, get katana. You capitulog your katana. 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 9 percentage 10 equals 9. And prepare to venture out into the apartment to retrieve your bro's copy of the game. But first, maybe, just maybe, retrieve dead bird. Boy, look at all those meteors. Holy cow. Dude, that bird is long gone. Oh, hey, that's the forward button. Oh, that's right. The sun. The sweltering Texas sun. Dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't last long in this heat anyway. You don't even know what's up with the sick heat. The sun threatens to set but won't step off. It's staring you down like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping on a groove that's tracing around the earth. While lingering in midair, its heat seems to suspend time itself, stretching it like warped vinyl. It's meant to rain this season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle this sizzle and a little bizzle. Set the record straight on this global turn tizzle. So don't change the dizzle, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime brizzles waiting on the pizzle. The dizzle and the shizzle, G's and to the bizac. Now ladies, here we gizzo. When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. English romantic poet, John Keats. Exit your room and go into the living room. Oh, this thing is just so unsettling. Sorry, little dude, coming through. Gotta put you down for a bit. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. Hastily enter the room with wild abandon. You barge in and see a familiar face. A friendly face. You stand in the living room. Your bro spends most of his days in here. At night, he crashes on the futon over there. You don't see him anywhere, though. There's the puppet chest. He stores little Callan when he takes him out on gigs. But when he's home, he usually leaves Cal on display somewhere. And with good reason, because Cal is totally sweet. So sweet. Man. Pity to fool. It's your brother's Mr. T puppet, which of course is kept in the apartment with a sense of profound humorous irony. But as usual with your bro's exploits, this is no ordinary irony, or anything close to a pedestrian Tier 1 ironic gesture, which is a meager single step removed from sincerity. This is like 10 levels of irony removed from the original joke. It might have been funny like 8 years ago to joke about Mr. T and how he was sort of lame, but that was the very thing that made him awesome and badass, and that his awesomeness was also sort of the joke. But in this case, the joke is the joke, and that degree of irony itself is also the joke, and so on. Only highly adept satirical ninjas like you and your bro can appreciate stuff like this. It's cool taking stuff that other people think is funny, but you know really isn't, and making it funny again by adding subtle strata of irony which are utterly undetectable to the untrained eye. Also, for good measure, Mr. T is wearing a leather thong and handcuffed to a pantsless Chuck Norris puppet. God, you hoping to be as good as your bro at this someday. You'd never tell him that, though. Find little Cal and give fist bumps. Cal's nowhere in sight. All you see is a bunch of your bro's weird nude puppets strewn about haphazardly. You guess these things are kind of cool? Sort of. Play a game on the Xbox. It looks like your bro is playing. It's not like him to leave in the middle of some totally intense gaming. Not like him to misplace Cal either. Man, you hope the little guy's alright. Oh, there you are, dude. Didn't see you there. We be chill today, Cal. You better fucking believe we be chill. Cal is the man. Resist great urge to play bro's Xbox. You fail to resist the urge. You start thrashing up something uncanny brutal on your quest for mad snacks, yo, and get this way rude hunger under control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like this. Boy, howdy, it's so hard to fucking read this. It's like shit wants nothing to do with that hook. The hook is dead to that shit. But you get stuck in some poorly modeled 3D fixture or something, like a railing or a piece of the wall. You'll have to reset. Fuck this shit. Give a little Calibro fist bump. Oh man, you almost forgot. Gotta give the Seaman some props. Check out your bro's sweet gear. I love how he's holding it. I fucking love it. Your bro has so much sweet gear, it's hard to keep up with it all sometimes. Here's his computer setup. He's usually got a lot of stuff cooking on here at any given moment. Since he's not around, you might as well sneak a peek. Look at your brother's computer. Oh, hell no. Your bro's computer is password protected, of course, to protect all the incredible top secret shit he's got on the burners. Of course, you know what the password is, and he knows you know it, and you're both cool with that because the password is the most awesome thing it can be. You enter the password. On the desktop is a hodgepodge of unnamed folders to store all the stuff he's working on. No one can decipher his organization system but him. He also tends to use the application Complete Bullshit to keep up with the ludicrous amount of websites and news feeds he monitors to stay hip to the scene. Open Complete Bullshit. Boy, howdy. This is complete bullshit. Wow. This is awful. It's version 4.13. Check if Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff has a sweet update. Your bro keeps up with your projects in his aggregator, just like you keep up with his. He's tuned into your various blogs, and of course, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You navigate to the latest comic and one of the many bullshit feed bans. Want to check out what the latest Sweet Bro Hella Jeff is? Bro, I got a ticket for the big game. It's sports. I love me a sports ball. Dog, I'm so jealous. You know I love the big game. Oh, yeah. And there he goes. The big man has the rock. He's driving so hard through the paint downtown. Alley-oop for the slam dunk. So fucking stupid. Fuck me. Mouse over the orange stripe containing plush rump. Boy, plush rump, here we go. Puppets, puppets, puppets. Yeah, I mean, he accepts all forms of payment. Oh, boy, soft ass joint, hashtag plush rump. Another one of your bro's many ironic websites. The different series he rakes in thousands of dollars a month through this enterprise. Smuppets are a multi-billion-dollar-a-year enterprise, and it's awfully hard to resist taking a firm squeeze of the plump udder of that cash cow. Stop wasting time and look for bro's beta. You guess you've messed around on this computer long enough. Better get a move on before it's too late for Rose, or worse yet, your bro catches you. But my god, the rumps, they are transfixing. You know this is ironic and all, and your bro reaches echelons of irony you can only dream of daring to fathom. But on rare occasions, when your guard is down, it all seems just a tad unsettling to you. The slow turn. Boy, he keeps going, huh? Down here? Cool. Oh, hey there, Cal. Give little Cal a nervous fist bump. You're sort of starting to flip the fuck out, without losing your cool, of course. Pester John to ease your nerves. You get everyone on the line again to give him the lowdown on your progress. You feel it's important to keep the wires hot, but he's not answering. You wonder what the guy is up to. Hey, what is up? What happened with the monster that is totally, definitely in your room? Did you kill it? Where are you, man? Anyway, things are cool here. Totally cool. Puppets are still awesome. No problems with them or anything. Like, just really, really awesome. Looks like Rose is finally logged in again. Didn't John say your house was burning down? You wonder if she's on fire yet or what? Pester Rose. Oh, there you are. John said your house is burning down. Are you on fire yet or what? Oh, boy, that's right. That's all. We already read that one? Skipping it. Seconds in the future, but not many. John, what are you doing? Snap out of it. We ought to discuss what your grandmother told you, don't you think? Fine, enjoy your stupor. I'll go about my business elsewhere. Deploy the punch Designix. Designix. Yeah, that's what it is. John, whenever you read us, you should know I put the shale you collected to use and finally deployed the punch Designix. It is in your study. I can only drop it though. You'll have to be the one to mess around with it and see what it does. When you're finished with your weird histrionics, maybe you could give it a try? I'm updating my walkthrough, and it would help to know what it does. I love it. Also, I should probably warn you that your house and yard are completely infested with monsters now. Try to be careful.
So I can see. Stupid, lousy imps. They're mucking up all my cool stuff.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm not sure what came over me there. I was acting really crazy for some reason. But my head feels like it's clearing up. I think I'm alright now.
John, rebuild the claw hammer and return it to Specibus. You're getting way better at this sort of thing. Confront Pogo Ride to prepare yourself for Nana. Thank God your sanity has returned so you can entertain extremely rational, coherent thoughts like this one. You examine the Pogo Ride from the bathroom window. You do not like what you see. What am I doing? Shit. Uh-oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Those sons of bitches. No one risks painful injury on your green slime ghost Pogo Ride. No one but you. It won't let me click the controller anymore? Is it because I already clicked this thing? I don't remember. I don't remember. The music is so fucking rad, though. There we go. Use arrow keys. Arrow keys. Alright, let's try it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at us go. Look at us. We're going now. This is stupid. This is so dumb. Oh, I lost my combo. Shit. Oh. Let's submit. Brodemus, submit. Done. We submitted. Rose, drop something heavy on one of those imps. Oh yeah, drop the piano. Boy, howdy. Oh my goodness gracious.
Rose, my piano!
Sorry, no nuance to these controls at all. I was hoping to bludgeon the imp without letting go of it. Guess I can't really do that. A broken piano isn't the end of the world, though.
I guess you're right.
You'll need to pick up the spoils in person. I can't interact with the grist.
So, that means I have to go out the back door?
Yes. Is there a problem?
Well, it may sound dumb, but I was hoping to avoid Nana and her spooky ghost cookies.
You're right. That does sound dumb.
Can you see her in the kitchen?
Yeah.
What's she doing? Is she baking?
You could say that.
Are you sure you can't get that grist up to me somehow?
Maybe. Rose, use Pogo Ride to fling grist through window. Doesn't look like that grist is going anywhere. You just never know with these gaming abstractions. Drop Pogo Ride in John's bathroom. You know what? That's a fair strategy. John, get grist. There you go. Now, why don't you check out that Designix? You can do that while I get to work.
On what?
Piano. Level up for slaying the imp. The piano in its valiant effort has unfortunately been slain. But if it hadn't, it would have raked in so many boon dollars you have no idea. So many. Rose, it's time to dual build. Boy, it really is like The Sims, huh? Nana said to build, so that's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But this sure is going to take a lot of grist. Looks like you're going to be busy, John.
Blarg. Well, what are you building?
Stairs. They are fairly expensive, actually.
Oh, man. I could have warned you about stairs, Rose.
Boy, they are pricey. 18 grist for that. I love it. I'll try recouping some of the grist from the catwalk I built earlier.
It keeps happening.
Oh, good. Looks like I can get a refund for earlier allocations.
I told you, Rose. I told you about stairs.
Okay. Consider me fully briefed on the matter of stairs. Now, if you don't mind, it's hard enough to concentrate on this without immersing ourselves in Strider's non sequitur.
Did you know he thinks puppets are cool?
Does he?
He's so dumb.
Rose, use build grist to construct observation tower on roof. Just a flat surface. Okay, you obviously don't have enough grist yet for something that ambitious, but you can get started with something on a foundation of upward construction at least. John, check cabinets for imps or useful items. No imps in here, just a lot of shaving cream. Dads love shaving. It's basically all they do, when they're not baking, that is. Bring 2 cans of shaving cream. Oh boy, that seems like a terrible idea. You capture like 2 cans of shaving cream just in case. You never know when you'll need to bust out a hilarious shaving cream Santa beard to ratchet up your prankster's gambit. Your telescope goes flying out the window. Ride pogo ride. It's a little cramped in here for any sort of proper reckless pogoing. You'll just grab it and hang on to it until the right moment presents itself. The towel floats back down to the rack. The circle of stupidity is complete. I forgot about this. Rose, check up on Nanaquin. See what's cooking. A lot of cookies. We're making a cookie singularity up in this bitch. John, make your way to the study. Holy shit. Oh. Jeezy Pete's. It looked like the imps have taken a shining to the Cruxtruder. Cruxite and black goo everywhere. Ride Slimer Pogo and one-up that imp. Well, okay, it's not a Slimer Pogo, but you mount it anyway and brandish your deadly armaments. Ride your steed to victory. This is incredibly dangerous. Flip the fuck out. Let's see how they like the old double-barrel leather blaster. Whoops! Oh, shit! Mr. John, respectfully ask that you please stand up. Don't move or the pogo gets it! Now, sir boy, flee from this boorish rabble post-haste. Nice abscond, dude. Refrigerator, level up for slaying the imp. The refrigerator skyrockets up the echelon ladder to a new rung, 5-star General Electric, and earns 285 boon dollars. Things are really looking up for this feisty appliance. Well done, John. Polite congratulations. For some reason, you feel a sense of positive reinforcement. Wherever that feeling is coming from, it sure is a welcome change from your erratic moods earlier. Now, my civil fellow, I have a well-mannered query to ask. I blocked the entrance to the study to give you some space to work with the Designix. John, imp's behind you. Should I take care of it? You trapped a PDA again, didn't you? Why did you have to pick up all that stupid shaving cream? So pointless. Rose, drop something heavy on one of those imps. John, might I bother you for a can opener? Boy. Oblivious to the commotion behind you, suddenly you find yourself pondering the whereabouts of a can opener. You think there's probably one in the kitchen, but the path is blocked by your refrigerator. John is completely unresponsive. What the hell is that nincompoop doing? Years in the future, but let's not get totally carried away here. A studious eye darts about a page like a honeybee gathering the nectar of wisdom. Please, thank you, you are welcome. Good day, how do you do? Splendid in you, gratification. Further courtesy, favor is mutually curried. Elixir known as T. Everyone is polite. Absurd, vestigious 4th digit is... What is that word? Cantilverd? Cantilverd? just fucking eats it. I love it. Oh. Oh, here we go again. Here it be. Appendix 3, Screen Captures Part 1. I can't take as many as I'd like to for comprehensive documentation. For what it's worth, here's what I've managed to collect so far. More captures forthcoming. A bunch of... Oh my goodness, do they actually have screen captures of these? Co-player John assesses environment after transition to medium, followed by Sprite sans kernel. Prototype once pre-hatched, completely useless in this form. Oh man. Severed from suburban grid, house remains mysteriously powered. Convenience presumably facilitated by game, which perhaps deems navigating a powerless house to be a handicap less in keeping with spirit of game's principal statement of challenge. All right, I'm just gonna open these all up, and we're just gonna go through them all because I don't think I actually read this back in the day. I don't remember any of these. Designix, Grist, Up, Steed, Barbasol Bandit. Really? Internet connection remains stable as well. Will likely remain stable until the internet itself is compromised by some external threat. Something like, let's say, hackers? Kill monsters, get Grist built onto the house. That's the game. Didn't know what the point of this was at the time. Floundering trial and error on exhibit. Unsuccessful attempt at Tier 2 prototyping. Knowing what I know now, I might have avoided using a backbreaking vademecum, what is that, for practical jokes is rife with an antiquated lexicon and racist aphorisms. Either that or I might have tried harder to succeed. Final screen captured before I lost my internet signal for a time. I don't know what happened thereafter, but when I returned, the car was nowhere to be found, and the driveway plateau was in a state of disrepair. The mysteries. Will they ever cease? Sprite prototyped once more with grandmother's remains, and she treats John to some helpful exposition in a friendly and maternal manner. Co-player had displayed inexplicably capricious behavior since arrival. Stress-related? Contracted virus indigenous to a realm? It should be noted that he was kind of a weird guy anyway. Ouch! Designix deployed. Still no clue what it does. At mercy of co-player's foolish prioritization tendencies. Grist payload from slain foe. Whether I deal the damage or a co-player does, yield is same. Though I have significant advantage in battle, taking measures into my own hands deprives John of hand-to-hand combat experience, which ostensibly will become more critical later. Building the point. Building upward. The point sharpened and directed. Fair point, actually. Get it? Steeds, what steeds? Has the whirlwind a home in your mains? Is there a sensitive ear alert as a flame in your every fiber? Hearing the familiar song from above, all in one accord, you strain your bronze chest and hooves barely touching the ground, turn into straight lines, cleaving the air, and all inspired by God it rushes on. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he's doing here. Another one of these things. Really, Egbert family? Really? A view of his kidnapped father's room. I can't see him here for some reason. Perhaps this is because John himself has entered the room. It is possible that I can see only, in a sense, what John can see, or has seen already. I have not found the time to discuss this with him yet. If he enters the room, the question may answer itself. Rose, construct loft above John's room. So we can only hold 80 grist, huh? Man, this makes me want to play The Sims. Damn it. I will say, I like the structural integrity there. Oh, clever. Ladders seem to be a bit cheaper than stairs. Fellow John, it appears we have reached an impasse. Yes, it seems so. The opener dilemma remains unsettled, most unfortunately. It is unfortunate, I guess. What are we talking about again? But it has been a pleasure nonetheless. Thanks for the courtesy. It's not really necessary, but thanks anyway. Oh, but thank you. Okay. Thank you so very, very much, dear favorable small primate. I shall take my leave now, John. Until next time. Fucking Act 1 and 2 are so funny. I love them so much. Wait, where did all this sweet loot come from? And why is there suddenly a crumpled hat on your head? John, gather grist. Examine the Designix. Feeling especially economical with your behavior suddenly, you scoop up all the grist in the room and turn your attention to the punch Designix all in one fell swoop. The device features a countertop station designed with a keyboard setup, not unlike an old-fashioned computer. There is a blinking red light and a diagram etched into a panel. Rose, answer Dave. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass. What is the specific problem? The problem is I'm up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong. You know I like the mannequin dick. Or you know you like the mannequin dick. Accept it. I am enrobed in chafing, wriggling, god-fucking-damned puppet pelvis. An obscenely long, coarse Kermit cock is being dragged across my anguished face. Let's put this into perspective. You put up with the puppet prostate because you love it. Also, coarse is a good word. You don't seem to harbor any sympathy for the fact that I've burrowed fuck deep into lively, fluffy muppet buttock. I'm swirling in the terrible cyclone in the epicenter of my own personal holocaust of twitching foam noses. It's like a fucking apocalypse of perky proboscis here. Like the proboscalypse, I guess. Are we going to start rapping about this? What? No, listen. Prong of flesh bereft of home, found solace twixt a cleft of foam. Oh no, Jesus. Of apocalypse your thoughts eclipse, a painted pair of parted lips, that dare through kiss to stir the air, that teases tufts of orange hair, and though faces flushed in lovers' fits, hands snug in plush of gloves befit. Okay, Dickinson, if you can shut your perfumey trap for a half second. This is serious. I'm just saying, if I see one more soft bulbous bottom being like kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, I'm gonna fly off the handle. I'm gonna do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and win like a medal or some shit. And let's hope there will be a squishy derriere somewhere below the handle to break your fall. John, observe back of the first visible capture log card. I forgot how sassy Rose could be. I like it. You flip over the top card containing your pogo ride. Anytime you capture log something, a new code appears on the back of the card. You've always wondered what the code was for. Damn, these things are hard to read. But then, you've never really found any reason to decipher them. Until now, perhaps. Examine a reverse side of a hammer card in Strife Specibus. Looks like the cards from your Strife deck have codes too. Enter capture code as seen on back of Pogo Ride card. You enter the code DQMMJLEK into the keyboard. At least you think that's what the code is. The red light switches off. A green light begins blinking. Insert card. Type in NZ7UN6BI. In the interest of due diligence, you enter the other code and repeat the process with that card too. Both cards are now punched with different hole patterns. Attempt to retrieve Pogo from card. Oh, well, that should be a simple matter of... Uh-oh. It looks like it's trapped now. You don't see how you can access the item anymore, or store a new item there for that matter. These cards are pretty much useless now, and the items they contain are toast. But maybe all is not lost. Recalling from your experience with the pre-punched card, you may be able to use the cards to replicate the items in question. Assuming you got the codes right, that is. Mash keys heedlessly. Not quite through with your cowboy imperialism just yet, you smash at the keyboard to generate a random code. You enter DSKJHSDK. The design stops you after 8 characters, which appears to be the maximum length for a code. The green light goes on, signaling its readiness for a card. You figure you might as well burn the shaving cream since the product is not exactly at a premium in your household. You also figure you might as well merge the 2 cans onto one card. You're a little sad that your dad isn't around for this. You have a feeling he would get a real kick out of the idea of duplicating more shaving cream. You punch the card with a pattern that is in no way related to the code for the item it contains. This should make for an interesting experiment. Mad science is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you just burned another card in the process. Your deck is really dwindling now. Maybe you should have thought this through a little better. On the plus side, you just freed up your PDA, which is overflowing with the pent-up chatter of anxious pesterers. What are you peeking at? What you doing? Holy shit! Answer your chums. Puppets. Awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter. Turns out God had changed his mood to rancorous. John, I'm about to throw a bath up through your wall. Watch out.
Wow, that was totally unnecessary.
I made a shortcut upstairs. I thought it would be a good idea to get up there and try the cards as soon as possible. Also, you weren't being terribly responsive.
Mean these stairs? Man, look at these shitty stairs. They're so narrow. Am I supposed to climb those?
They're perfectly navigable. I'm saving on grist for now. If you keep slaying foes, collecting grist, and expanding the cash limit, we may not need to be so economical with our resources in the future.
So, why don't you just build a way up through that hole into my dad's room?
Have you ever been in there?
No.
Exactly.
Huh?
I'd rather not get sidetracked. I'm more interested in further exploring the mechanics of the game than watching you discover what sort of outlandish harlequin decor your father keeps in his room.
Oh, come on. What's the big deal? I'll just climb up and go right through.
Will you?
Yeah, why not?
Are you saying you've ever wondered what's in there, or why it's been kept a secret from you?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Then trust me, you won't be going right on through.
Wait, are you saying there's something, like, troubling in there? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you see in there?
I can't see in there.
Oh.
But I don't have a very good feeling about it.
Whatever. I think I can handle a few more stupid clown paintings.
Rose, move punched cards to John's room. Drag some Cruxite dowels up to John's room. John, collect grist. Examine safe. You swoop the bountiful supply of grist generated by our co-player's recent exploits. From now on, it will probably go without saying that you'll nab any grist lying around without making a big fuss over it. That's a good way of explaining not doing it. Not making the reader do it, I guess. You check out the busted safe, which has made a noble sacrifice in battle. Some of your father's odds and ends have spilled out, including some old newspaper clippings and 2 rather hefty tomes. It's a fair bet that these books comprise at least half of the weight of the safe. Examine the family tome of humor. It's another copy of Colonel Sasker's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. This one looks really old, perhaps an original printing. Could it be the same one involved with your grandmother's unfortunate accident on that fateful day? Dad would never speak a word about it, but maybe Nana wouldn't be so tight-lipped. You give it a cursory perusal. It appears to be similar to your reprinting, listing all the japes and chicanery, I don't know what that word is, you've come to know and love. You capture log it, thinking you may give it a closer look later. Examine contents of safe. Excuse me. The Fatherly Gent's Shaving Almanac. That's a really dope cover, actually. I really like that. You take a look at the other book. You're sure Dad thought it was a scintillating read, but it looks pretty boring to you. Maybe you'll crack into it someday when you're old enough to shave. Everything in this safe was obviously very important to your father. You wonder why he kept it locked away from you. Some things about him you will never understand. Spare rocks knocks local burbs block off. Jeezy Pete. Meteors! Crocker facility leveled. That's interesting. It seems he has been collecting scraps from the news over the years. These articles go back decades. Look at the piece of paper taped to the wall. Son, if you are reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift the safe. You are now a man. As such, you are entitled to what it is inside. I know you'll take this responsibility seriously. I am so proud of you. Turn the card over. 024913. You guess this is the combination to the safe. This is completely useless. Examine back of capture lock card on floor. It's all zeros. That's interesting. You guess these are all zeros? Or are they capital O's? Zeros would probably make more sense for an empty card, you think. Capture log the card. Oh, there it goes. Enter code on back of card into Designix. Bunch of ones. Punch card. Wait, John, before you punch that... Oh. I was about to say if you first took note of the code, then removed the card from that card, you have punched the blank one. You'd have only burned 1 card instead of 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Damn it!
Throw a hat down in disgust. Capture log punched capture log card. Jeezy Pete's. Sweet catch, I love it. What? Take PDA. The 2 Silodex, oh boy, the 2-card Silodex inventory of dumbasses. Level up. Nice. Colonel Sasker, level up for slaying the imp. Jeezy Pete's. The Colonel soars to new heights on his echelon, reaching the rung one-man julep vacuum and pockets 9,550 boon dollars. Chump change for the genteel aristocratic Southern Colonel. Bathtub, level up for slaying the imp. The bathtub surges heroically and surpasses the rung Archimedes Aqua Cradle, proceeding directly to the vaunted rung Taft Jammer. The tub makes off with a cool 490 boon dollars. The tub's basin capacity remains unaffected. Safe, level up for slaying the imp. The safe was slain in battle. A great flaming nautical pyre carries it off to Valhalla. John, make your way up those stairs, post haste. You're not sure, they look pretty precarious to you, but you've been assured the stairs are perfectly navigable. Ladder scramble. Lousy goddamn stupid stairs. Oh, that's right, the orcs, ogres, I think is what they are now, actually. Dave, ignore Lil Cal and find the beta. You wander over to the place where your bro keeps his sweet turntable gear. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel pangs of jealousy whenever you walk by it. Really cool jealousy, though. Like the kind where instead of getting all worked up about it, you don't actually give a shit. One of your brother's rad and extremely expensive ninja swords is missing, though. You know this drill all too well. Trouble's a brewin'. Take expensive ninja sword. What sword? Exit your bro's room. You approach the exit. There's something on the door you haven't seen before. Looks like one of your bro's ironic comics he left for you to check out. What have I done? Oh, wow, I remember this, actually. What have I done? Animal, please stop breathing. Oh, God, please breathe. Okay, make-believe time is over. What will Nanny do to me if she finds out? No one can ever know. I have to hide the body, but where? Think, imagination. Ugh, the one time I really need you. Click. Hello, Ralph. I want to play a game. I want to play a game. I want to play. Oh, man. I didn't realize the reference to Calmasis goes back this far. I mean, it's a reference to Jigsaw, obviously, but, like, since, like, Calmasis is kind of based on Jigsaw a little bit, like, he has some references to Jigsaw in the Saw series and, like, his characterization. This is kind of interesting. Okay, some of the stuff you know he's just living around to get under your skin. This is obviously another ploy in his relentless siege of one-upsmanship to get your goat. The same get you've been meaning to bleat, like, ironically, but that will still have to wait for a more appropriate time. You think he knows that deep down you feel like you're still not ironic enough to get stuff like this, and this is probably some weird gauntlet he's throwing down to see if you will get it. But honestly, you think this material is just a little too ironic. You just don't need to see this shit right now. Go into the kitchen. No sign of Bro in here either. Well, aside from the absurd quantity of awesome, dangerous stuff he leaves lying around. Transfer katana to Strife Specifus. With an escalating sense of threat, you think it's time to shift, 9, your katana, 9, to your Specifus. You figure it's better to free up the card anyway, since you might need to grab some of this stuff. Set blender to mix. You guess Bro stuck some fake blood capsules in that puppet? Pretty gross. Yep, see, there's Jigsaw. You spot one of your bro's many webcams nearby, recording the incident. It seems you may have just been an unwitting accessory to some sort of grisly puppet snuff film. You're not totally sure how you feel about that. The fucking glass sheen. Oh, I love it so much. Capture log Buster stored from behind microwave. This might be the only thing in the whole apartment that's a bigger piece of shit than your own sword. You put it back behind the microwave where it belongs. Set blender to crush ice. It's just sort of bouncing around in there. You're making a bit of a mess now. Hide evidence in microwave. See, like, his hobbies are cool and all, and you guess he's got to put his shit somewhere. But what if he just wanted to heat up a burrito or something? This kitchen is pretty much useless. Grab those fireworks. You capture log all the fireworks. 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 15 percentage 10 equals 5. The sink has to offer. You just know these are going to come in handy. Why would they be in the sink if they weren't? Looks like one of them is still stuck at the garbage disposal. Capture log shurikens. You grab the shurikens, 5, and be careful with where you're putting stuff, especially if you're looking to turn your cylinders into a powder keg full of sharp things. You put the box of fireworks, 3, back into card 5 and prepare to start, or card 3 apparently. That settles that, you guess. Take nunchaku. You take the nunchaku, once again grabbing without thinking ahead. First, you capture log the box, 5, again, while adeptly avoiding the shuriken trap, which you yourself set only moments ago. Do dodge. You again round up all the fireworks. Time to regroup here. Capture log each shuriken individually. You grip each shuriken 3, one at a time, knocking out those nunchaku. But no worries, you've got a plan. Capture log nunchucks. You take the nunchucks, 6. Everything seems to be in order now. It would have been badass to go with the authentic Japanese name for each weapon, but sometimes you just gotta compromise with this modus. Examine fetch modus. You flip over the fetch modus and check out the back. You're not really sure where it is you're keeping this thing. Oh well, who cares? Press eject button. Oh, hell no. Not after all that trouble you went through to get that stuff situated. This is a potentially very dangerous button. A very dangerous button. Change to Scrabble points hash modus. Changing hash function will eject Slydex. Are you sure? First, you program your modus with the Scrabble points hash function, adding it to the list. A equals 1, B equals 3, that's Scrabble points. This might be a cool function to use, but it looks like you'll have to empty your Slydex to select it. You're just not going to do that yet. No way. Check the box, detect collisions. Okay. Take the skateboard. And just what is this guy so happy about? What's he looking at up there? You think if you see one more soft bubble's bottom being, like, kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, you're going to fly off the handle. Oh, I love it. You take the skateboard, 6. Actually, no, you don't. A collision has been detected. You take the, wheeled, ride? Man, your inventory's nomenclature is getting lamer by the minute. Capture log the unplugged power cord. You take the power cord 5... Wait, no, that's not going to work. Think of a new word for power cord. You take the battery pack... Damn it. You take the battery pack using the Y as a consonant. Your Sylladex reluctantly accepts. It's a tactic notoriously employed by hash map noobs, but you just don't care about that now. Besides, it's not like your bro is around to see. Search for some mad snacks, yo. The little exclamation point. I fucking love it. Oh, just little Callaghan. You can never stay mad at him. Anyway, you've got to get this way rude hunger under control. You figure you ought to scope the fridge for some grub. This hunger is so ill-mannered, it would take a room full of snooty dowagers commit... What the fuck? It would make a room full of snooty dowagers commit mass suicide. There we go. Open refrigerator. Oh god, more shitty swords. Of course you knew these were in here. You're not even sure why you looked. If you want to keep any food or beverages in the apartment, you've pretty much got no choice to hide stuff away in your closet. Take swords. The hell with it. You try to take the entire jumble of unbelievably shitty swords and brace yourself for... Looks like that works, actually. 2. You capture log the jumble of unbelievably shitty swords. Use Ice Maker. It's so hot around here. You dispense several cherry bombs. Wait, who's it looking at you in the reflection? The question mark? Where'd the little dude scamper off to this time? Capture log cherry bombs. Cherry bomb. You go for the cherry bombs, 9, unsuccessfully. After mulling it over a bit, you take the red spherical salutes. 1. Take blender. Blender, 2, is a pretty simple word, and you can already tell that's not going to work. Instead, you take the whirling blade pitcher. That's really a much better name for it anyway, you think. Whirling blade pitcher. That's fucking rad. Activate garbage disposal. Stuff down Mr. Purple Guy into the garbage disposal. You're still not sure what he's so happy about, or what he's looking at up there. Oh, that's unsettling. While you're at it, you dump the contents of the blender, whirling blade pitcher, into the disposal, but you suffer an unfortunate garble disposal head jam. You notice something in the reflection. Something above you. Look up. Hello, Dave. It's the hatch to the crawl space above your apartment. Bro's always tucking away in there when he's busting out his rad stealth stunts. He's so slick that dangling cord never even jostles. You just know he's being ironic with these weird mind games. There's no way anyone could be serious about aping those shitty moves. Use the turntables and cinder blocks to make a fort. It's a pretty sweet fort you just made, and you're pretty sure your brother would agree. Under different circumstances, you might be high-fiving over it right now. But rather than get inside and take her for a spin, you really just need to use it to get up to that hatch. Yank a cord. It is time to face your destiny. No going back now. Squish. I really feel like there should have been some really dramatic Ave Maria music going on here or something. Yeah, there was pretty much no way there was going to be a bunch of puppets in there. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're wrist deep in puppet ass. What is the problem? Okay, we read all this. Skipping ahead. Read the note on the hatch. Bro, roof, now.